librarian for LA County Library. Today I'll be showing you how to make pride flag braided bracelets. But first, let's talk a little bit about the history of a couple different pride flags. In 1978, Gilbert designed the first pride flag and presented it for the first time at the San Francisco Gay Freedom Day Parade that same year. It had 8 colors, each color with its own meaning. Initially hand-sewn, the flags quickly became so popular, production had to be moved to a factory. Because of the limits in production, 2 colors were removed from the flag, pink and turquoise, and indigo was replaced by blue. This became the well-known 6-stripe flag of today. The flag has gone through some changes since then. In 2017, the city of Philadelphia revised the 6-stripe flag design to include black and brown stripes to the top of the flag. This choice was made to draw attention to the issues people of color face within the LGBTQ community. Not long after, in 2018, Daniel Quasar created a redesign called the Progress Pride Flag. He added the trans pride flag colors as well as a white triangle to the design. The triangle highlights those who live with and have died from HIV/AIDS. Quasar has stated that the arrow created by the update represents forward movement, and the placement of the arrow on the left side shows that progress still needs to be made. The new pride flag was created that same year by Feliz, a Two-Spirit Afro-Tano Puerto Rican artist. Feliz states that the addition of diagonal stripes centers Black, brown, and Indigenous people who are trans, queer, and non-binary and their struggles in the queer community. These are just a few of the changes in a flag that has come to represent the diverse population of LGBTQ people. The traditional rainbow flag is just one of the many pride flags used to represent the queer community. Like the gay pride flag, each of the colors on flags that LGBTQ people use have meaning. Creator Monica Helms chose light blue and pink to represent trans men and women. She chose white to represent those who are intersex, gender neutral, or of an undefined gender. Much like how there is no right or wrong way to experience gender, this flag was designed in a way that there was no right or wrong way to display it. The Asexual Pride flag, created in 2010 by a user from the Asexual Visibility Education Network, has 4 stripes: black to represent asexuality, gray for demisexuality, white for allies, and purple for community. The Pansexual Pride flag, which was created in 2010 by Tumblr user JasperV, has 3 horizontal bars in pink, blue, and yellow. Its design is similar to the bisexual flag. These colors represent attraction to people regardless of gender. These 3 flags are just scratching the surface of the many flags that LGBTQ people have created to symbolize themselves. You can find out more about the ways queer people represent themselves in Queer X Design, 50 years of signs, symbols, banners, logos, and graphic art of LGBTQ by Andy Campbell. You can check this book out at your library. Now onto our tutorial. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and make our bracelet. I'm using the Bisexual Pride flag colors with a candy stripe pattern. So the candy stripe pattern is 2 sets of 1 color to make a 3-striped pattern bracelet. This one's very short. So the first thing you want to do is choose your colors. And you can find the different flags in our video earlier, or you can look them up yourself for the flags that you identify with, or if you're giving this as a gift, the flags that maybe somebody else will get as well. You'll want to give yourself 60 inches of embroidery floss. 60 inches gives you a large amount of floss to work with. So once you have your 60 inches cut up in the appropriate colors, you want to go ahead and fold them in half. Make sure your ends are even. And then when you get to the middle part of your thread here, which you call the bite, you're gonna go ahead and make a knot, leaving a loop here at the top so that you can fasten the bracelet around your wrist. Okay, give it a good tug. Now you have an option. I would suggest you use tape or clipboard and put your bracelet under here. Then you're going to want to separate your colors into the same colors. We want pink, so we're going to put our pink threads together. and then we want purple, and then blue. So I'm gonna put my pink, my purple, and my blue together so that they are going to make a nice thick stripe for our candy stripe pattern. So I'm gonna move our blue and our purple color out of the way so that they do not get tangled up with our pinks, because that's what we're gonna do first. So you're gonna take them and separate them. You're gonna have your leftmost string, which is this one. This is what I'm gonna call our traveling string. And so it is going to travel by making knots onto every single one of these strings till it gets to the end. All right, and this we're going to call anchor string. And our anchor string is going to sit here and wait for us. And we're gonna tie onto this string. And that will change every time you move your traveling string around, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and start first with our anchor string. I'm gonna tangle it around my fingers pretty well so it's nice and tight. I'm gonna go ahead and take my traveling string and make a number 4. So you make a 4 over your anchor string. It goes on top of your anchor string, and it's gonna go underneath to make an overhand knot. And then you're gonna pull up and make sure that you pull it nice and tight. Make sure that your other strings are out of the way so that they do not get in trouble and tangled up. So you're gonna do this 2 times. So you'll take make sure you have your anchor string in your hand. This is still your leftmost string. You're gonna make a 4, go over your anchor string and then back under your anchor string. And pull up and pull nice and tight. Embroidery floss is pretty sturdy, so you can definitely pull pretty tightly. So now you want to remember which string you were using as your traveling string, and that's the one that you knotted around your anchor string. Keep it in your hand. You're going to get rid of this other pink anchor string. You're going to say goodbye to it. Then you're going to go on to your next color, which in this case is going to be purple. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Keep our anchor string nice and tight. Make a 4 over your anchor string. Go underneath and in. Go ahead and pull it tight. We're going to do that 2 times again. Make a 4. Go underneath, inside, pull it tight. Okay, we're going to keep moving. So we're going to move this purple string out of the way. We're going to find a new anchor string, which is also the other purple, because we are keeping our colors together. We're going to do this again. Hold on to your anchor string. Your traveling string is going to make a 4. You're going to go over your anchor string and then put it under, pull it tight. You're going to do it 2 times. Keep your anchor string, make a 4, slip it under, pull it tight. There you go. We're going to move again. So now we're on blue. You're going to go ahead and keep your blue as your anchor string. You're going to make a 4 with your traveling string, go underneath, pull it tight all the way up. I'm going to do this 2 times. Make a 4, go underneath, pull it tight all the way up. Awesome. Get rid of your blue string, choose your next anchor string. Go ahead and make sure it's nice and tight on your fingers so you don't lose it. Make a 4 out of your traveling string, over the top of your anchor string, all the way inside. Pull it tight. I'm gonna do this 2 times here. Same thing, make a 4, go underneath. Don't get the tails all caught, which has happened to me. Pull it tight, and there you go. So now what it should look like is you've got your colors still in a row for your middle colors, purple and blue. They should be fine. And now you have 2 pinks on each side. It's not going to look like much because you've only done 1 row, so that's all right. So now you're going to forget about this pink string for a bit, leave it over here, and this pink one on the other end, which is your leftmost side, is going to become your new traveling string. And these will all become anchor strings. So we're going to go ahead and move a purple, 2 blues, and a pink over to the side. Hopefully I won't get it tangled up. We're going to go ahead and start again. Ready? So we've got our anchor string. Give it a good tug, keep it nice and tight. Make a 4, go over your anchor string and under. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a nice tug. All right, same thing. Make a 4, go under, go all the way up. There you go. Now again, we're gonna get rid of our anchor string. Gonna move on to the next color, purple here. And it might look a little tangled at the beginning, and that's okay. Some of my strings have kind of gotten a little mixed up at the top. It's because you're really close to the knot. So just keep working through it. When you get through a couple rows, it should figure itself out. So we've got our purple anchor string. Go ahead, hold it tight. Make a 4. Make sure you're going over your anchor string. Come back under, pull it tight. We're gonna do that 2 times. Make a 4, go under, pull it tight. Good job. Get rid of our purple string. We're gonna move on to blue. Sometimes it helps if you're not sure or you think you might forget what color comes next. Some of our pride flags do have 4 colors. If you are doing the lesbian pride flag, you might even have 6 or 8 colors. If you were doing the rainbow one, you would also have a significant amount of numbers of strings. So what you might want to do is have a picture just so you don't forget. Same thing here. I'm going to go ahead, hold our blue anchor string pretty tight. Go ahead, make a 4, go over our anchor string. I'm sorry, my hands are a little small here. Pull it tight, go in, pull it tight up to the top. Good job. Same thing, we're doing it twice. Pull it tight, good job. Same thing with the blue. Want to keep our colors close together as we can while we're moving. Go ahead, wrap it around your fingers to keep your anchor string tight. Make a 4, go under and in, pull it tight. Awesome, 2 times. All right, pull it tight, great. Now we've reached the point where we're next to our 2 pink strings. So we still need to tie over this last pink string. So we're gonna use this pink string, which is the farthest right of our pink strings, and make it our anchor string. So we're gonna go ahead, wrap it around your fingers, make yourself a 4 like always, go underneath, pull it tight, do that 2 times, and we'll be done with pink for 2 whole rows. Awesome. So now our colors have changed a bit, and this is how it's going to be for the whole thing, is your colors are going to change a tiny bit. And now we've got purple, blue, and pink. So now you're going to do the same thing that you did with the pink ones. You're going to choose your farthest left purple, and that's going to be your traveling string, and your farthest, all of your strings onto the right are going to be your anchor strings. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a little faster what it looks like. Hopefully it will look okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. Okay, now that we have finished our pattern, I'm going to show you what it looks like. That was only a couple different colors, and as you can see, I'm a little bit messed up here at the top, but that's okay because you can't really see that well. You can always unpick everything, but look, if you turn it over and you've pulled tight enough, it looks really finished on the opposite side, as you can see. This looks really great, and so I'm going to show you how to end it really fast. Now that you've completed your bracelet, we're gonna wanna make the ends that are gonna help you tie the bracelet around your wrist. So as you can see here, I have my completed bracelet in the bisexual flag colors. As you can see, the front and back, it looks real nice. So you're gonna wanna go ahead and mount it again, either on your clipboard or with your tape, because it will make your knots very tight. So down here at the bottom, we've got our blue, purple, and pink. You're gonna go ahead and separate them into sets of 3 for a braid. So we've got 2 blues and a purple here, and you're gonna go ahead and make the first knot here at the top so that it is knotted here so that none of the threads come and escape. You wanna make sure that your bracelet is going to be as tight as possible You might need to make 2 knots depending on your type of thread. This is a satin thread, so I do need to make sure I pull very tight. Same thing with this one. It's 2 pinks and a purple. We're gonna do the same thing here. Make a knot. Pull it nice and tight up here at the end of our bracelet, as close as we can to the actual body of the bracelet. Get a nice good tug so it looks clean. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a braid just like you would do on your own head or the head of your loved ones. So there we go. So I'm here at the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead, give it another knot to tie. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to trim these ends because some of them are scraggly. Get a nice good yank here. I probably could have gone up a little farther. Go ahead and trim the bottom. You can trim pretty close to the end if you want to, just because it's gonna start to look frayed. Now we're gonna do the same thing over here. Okay, so now we have our finished bracelet, and we've got our 2 tassels at the bottom. We've got our loop up at the top. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna find your new best friend or your old best friend or yourself. Get them to put their wrist here and there. I'm gonna go ahead and separate your 2 tassels and put one through the loop. Make sure you get all 3 of the, if I can do it, let's see. You might need a friend to help you by holding everything. All right, get it through there. Go ahead and give it a nice tie. You can tie it tight, or if you're gonna remove it at night, you can go ahead and just do a bow. And there you have it. Your pride flag friendship bracelet. Don't forget to check out the Pride page at lacountylibrary.org/pride for more queer information and programs. Be sure to subscribe to the LA County Library YouTube channel to keep up to date with all of our virtual programs.